Young Jay first out versus Leo. A bit of a rematch this time around. Trying to see if he can bury down Leo with a big meteor and everything. He's kind of just predicting that that stun is going to collapse on him. Young maybe looking for a block here, but big altar does let him recover. Still taking huge hits. What was that hit? Leo, what was that hit? Do you see the man's health? Young got a big recovery, and then all of a sudden, just everything evaporated. Man's had the most amount of damage possible. Leo! Oh, yeah, so, Dragola, you're asking, why is Frost better than Unholy? In 1v1s, it can be pretty good. You see that burst? That can be pretty good. And Leo, try to see if he can just keep himself afloat. The AMS got himself a bit of movement speed. Still holding on to quite a decent bit of defensive cooldowns, too. I don't know if Ledgeboard has been used. I really wish you could see Ledgeboard Blizzard. I see 2 AMSs for Leo, but I wish I could see Ledgeborn as one of those AMSs. You know what I mean? I don't need to. Plus, every time he uses AMS, I can't even see it going cooldown. It just doesn't even show up. It just tells me when it's up. It doesn't tell me when it's down. And I'd like to be able to see it, if possible. Thank you, Blizzard. Appreciate you. Frost generally just a Giga Pump. It is pretty good. Like, it's not amazing, but it can do well. It can do really, really well. Blind onto Young. Into a full stun, at least trying to get a proper stun. Does get a stun. Young with an altar. Should be able to get himself a reset here if ever necessary. Just try to see if he cut out Leo. Is able to get himself a little bit of health here. Not as much as he wanted to. And it's going to be Leo. Does he have any more damage here? He has a lot of pressure potentially. I don't know if he just wants to send all of it into Young Jay here. Because it is going to be another block. He could send the entire Frostworm's Fury, Pillar of Frost, everything up, right? Everything. But it's just going to get blocked. So I'm wondering if he just wants to go maybe just a simple Pillar, maybe a Silence, get a block out of Young, and then send everything afterwards. That might be the play, honestly. Just playing around with the water really until then. Young also just trying to get himself a bit of a setup here. He's got a lot of cooldowns. He's got a full burst available. So if he can get himself a proper setup, he'll be golden. He's got himself big procs, potentially AMS up for Leo. Does go for the stun. Young with a trinket. Just needs to wait out the AMS. Needs to get himself another stun back on Leo. Maybe looking for a block here. Silence. He didn't want to go down here. That was full set of riders and everything though. Ultra does put him back up to full health at the very least. So he's got himself a go. Breath. Does he have a setup? Trying to go for Ring of Frost. Getting interrupted. Poly to follow. Can't stop it. This way Young could have himself a good go. Frost Bomb. Polymorph. Does he have himself a freeze? He doesn't go for the freeze. He just goes in for a big meteor. He doesn't go for the big freeze. I wonder if he probably should have. Might have been not a bad idea. What is that second AMS for Leo? I think he does AMS, didn't he? Try to go for a freeze in the way. Rare Frost. Oh, but stop for stun. IB up on a Leo. Blink for Young. Shifted power to recollect his cooldowns. Leo on the opposite side, catching up as much first aid as possible. Young, technically, if he just waits 20 more seconds, he could go for another stun combo. He could. He just blinked, though. So for Leo, if you go for a proper stun... Oh, wait, you don't even need to go for a stun. Root, though, is so perfect. Ultra is up. Try to see if he can wait for him. He knows he's going to come back there. He knows he's going to come back there. Do you have a breath to combo? He does have a breath. AMS, though, stopping it. You can't do it. Oh, your health. Oh, you could die to more grain. Does get himself a reverse blink at the very least. Chain, a grippy grip. Does he have a breath? He does have breath. He's gonna get stunned though. Oh, it's over. It is over. This Polly, he's still alive. He's still alive. Do you have a full go versus Leo? Technically, a mage could still have a full go. You got just enough shields to have yourself a potential good setup. Got him some procs, lots of shatters, but just not enough to take down Leo. And I think he just needs him in the rider for a little bit. Yeah, it is done. Man, that was a good one. Between the mage and the DK, from one mage to the next, though, from Frost to Frost. As Morty is going to be up next. Time for migraine, Wargrade. Unless you meant like migraine as in like brain freeze. Is that what you're trying to say? Is that the I can feel like that joke could be it's a play on words, but I feel like it could be done one way or another. Full riders are out for Leo. Does he have a big setup versus Morty? Gripping him back in. Does he have the big hits? Oh, the frost strikes, dude. Those big frost strikes for dual wield DK are brutal. Absolute brutality. Got himself a bit of first aid. He's just back in there. Insta silence as he gets out of a block. Trinkets with a blink as he gets kicked on fire. Knocked back for a moment. I don't know if Morty has anything. Ring of Frost. Does it land? Doesn't land. Yeah, it's over. No, it is over. Oh, I love how you just blind him. Took a quick death strike and just frost strike him down. Oh, you gotta love those big frost strikes, man. I want to see how hard you hit with those frost strikes, Leo. What is the hardest hit you got there in that arena? Big burst out of Guerreros. Leo immediately breaks out of it. That's going to be riders for riders here. You're just going to have to find a way to stand up and live through the damage of Guerreros here. Trying his very, very best. He might have to rotate a lot of defenses. Ledgeborn barely keeping him alive. Got a lot of healing, though. Catching up a lot of healing, not having to burn a death pack here really early. That's good. Goer's also trading in Ledgeborn, so now Leo and Goer's a little bit more even when it comes to defensive cooldowns. AMS up for Leo as he got himself some damage of his own, and Goer's is a little bit behind on health, having to sacrifice a goal where I think Leo may still have access to his goal. So he's actually catching up in terms of healing. That is going to be stunned to Leo, trying to get a stun back into Goer's. Got himself a Morse Winter. Goer's does not have enough damage to really pressure Leo at the moment, but it's going to be blind onto Goer's. Stun as he trinkets. Leo does have himself death back, trying to see if he can play it super slow and steady. Goer's mounted up, trying to see if he can get back over there. Leo having to burn the death back now. Goer's still holding on to his. So for Leo, he needs to find another way to lock down Goer's and I think nuke him down. That's the only way that I think he can do it. Full burst, silence right after, maybe enough here. Goer's has to go for death back, otherwise he's going to go down, I think. Just trying to see if he can live. Deathstrike is all he's really got. Bold DK is a very, very even in health. But Guerreros, oh, never mind. Before Guerreros can even death back, Leo picks up a burst. Holy. I feel like that's twice now he's got like, oh, I think I'm okay. Frost strike. Oh my god. The frost strikes though. Is it Druid next? It's Druid or Saya. I think they're going to leave Saya maybe last, yeah? Is it Druid or Saya? One of you guys got to go. One of you guys gotta go. Holy man. As a casual WoW player, I'd absolutely love to play PvP, but it's completely out of reach for me. It's like because it looks so fun. You know what? You could just start over some casual PvP gank. Just get yourself a full set of honor gear and do some battlegrounds. Join in on some fun world PvP, right? Join one of the spark farming groups for like the quest, the world PvP quest. Get some gear from that. Conquest is uncapped, so just join with a friend and do some twos. Double DPS, just rush a guy down. The best way to start as a new player is just to start playing and then focus on having fun. Do the casual content if you want to. Don't need to do something super, super sweaty just yet. And with time, you will learn like the whole arena scene and the whole damage DRs of crowd control and how all those things work. You will literally learn just from playing. But the best way to get into it is just to start playing and just focus on having fun and do the casual stuff. World PvP is very, very fun because it's just like a big fiesta. Join a pre-made group, everybody jumps one another. That's just, oh, wow, I don't even have words for Leo. As I was going to say, as Leo's jumping on Druidy, I don't have words for this guy. He just walked up, saw a druid, threw him in a full blender, and just walked away while I'm trying to tell gank, like, just have fun. Look at Leo. He didn't have to use his brain. He didn't have to try super, super hard. He just went in and had fun. Honestly, I was thinking it was going to be a wholesome moment of like, hey, man, there's an opportunity to get somebody that's like super, like wants to PvP, but just feels like it's out of reach. Like, here's a words of encouragement while I'm watching Leo just absolutely shellac a druid down onto the floor. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to commentate that? Big blind up for Leo. I have no idea how Leo can survive versus Saya. I don't know if there's a chance. Maybe he'll find a way, because so far, this man's been doing some absolute miracles here. Absolute miracles. As he's dropping low health. I think it's over though. I think death back last second. He's got himself a little bit of survivability. Plenty of movement. Got himself the horse. With death and decay slowing down Saya. Just needs to live long enough maybe to get an AMS. But a Hodge does have a human racial for it. I don't think so. I think Leo is spent. Maybe he could just live long enough with that AMS to just get a full burst of the Saya. But nah. He is spent. He just sent everything into the druid. If only he had cooldowns going into Saya instantly, maybe there would be no chance. And now, it's up to Saya to come back. Can Saya bring it back? 1v5. Saya's got to go through a Feral. He's got to go through a Warrior. Dampening a future percent. It's not going to feel good. Thorns are up for Broton. Able to slow down Saya a little. Hand up and keep it moving. Ursel is perfect though. And for Broton, he just needs to keep the bleeds rolling into Saya. He can heal through the bleeds. He's trying. The bleeds are doing damage. He can start healing through bleeds with the regenerating. The buffed up Xander Racial, but he's having a hard time with it. Broton still has Incarn. He still has a full go. He can get me a Blessing of Protection out of Saya. Trinket, maybe, just a counter attack, or just bleed the man up and just have a go. Or maybe he just needs to play it slow and have a go. Bash of the Saya, Blessing of Protection. Wall is up for Brochon. Just needs to go super bunker mode. Bear form, Heart of the Wild, heal as much as possible. Send as many blades into Saya and hope it'll be enough for somebody else on your team to finish him. War Stomp for a second. Into a knock. Cyclone, does he get it? He does get it. Does get it. Saya does have a trinket, so he's holding on to it for now. He's holding on to it for a time being. As he got himself a little bit of healing. Brochon just needs to get himself full set of bleeds into Saya, and I think the man does have a trinket, but if you get the bleeds, oh, that Hodge can't catch a reset. Saya's not letting you catch a reset at all, though. With his own dots, there's just not much you can do. Yeah, that last hit was rough. Reflect off a bone with a stun onto the Saya. Does himself in a spear. Full Blade Storm and everything is available. Full burst is up. He just needs to stay on top of Saya as best as possible. Does disarm him for a second. Blade Storm or charge to get out of that slow for just a second. Saya got himself full burst potentially. Does he have a Hodge? Lay in hands. Bone does have himself a defensive still. So he still can potentially last it out versus Saya. He may need to use a defensive right here. Does use it just to dampen the damage taken. Might need to go for a little bit of self-heals. Reflect is up. Fear into Saya. Rally Cry is available. Does he have enough damage just to keep the pressure? Because Saya's got not a lot to keep himself alive. Stormbolt for a second. Does get himself the big stompies with another stompy right after just for another stun. Saya is going to be able to take it, but he's left with not a lot of health. Next up is either going to be Niche or it is going to be Facile. This is an opportunity for you guys to preserve Leo's 4-0 dominance. If you let Saya pick up a 4, potentially pick up a 5, then it's a game definitely up for Saya here. But he's sitting down for Magefoot. Facile wants to give this man as much of an honor duel here. Look at this man being honorable. Look at this guy. Tell me you set up a gateway and everything, right? You said, oh, you did set up a gateway. Okay, cool. Port and everything, hopefully. Maybe. Yeah. For Saya, he's got to wait 25 seconds until the bubble is up. For Facile, I think he just needs to send demons in and try to see if he can end it. He just needs to have an out versus the bubble and just live long enough. That is his win condition. He's just going to have to summon a freshly fell guard. Saya is getting that bubble. Is going to be huge for him. Wait, cancel the pet? Is he? He's going to get a new pet. I was just trying to figure out what he was trying to do with that new pet. Reflect up ahead of time for Facile in case there's a Hodge. There goes the Hodge insta. Wake of Ashes Trinket does get a stun. Mortal Coil into Saya. He does have a bubble. Port. Facile just gotta live. Tyrant is up, so he's got all his pets empowered and everything. Wall is up for Facile, so he should be able to live it. Saya's gonna have to find a way to kite all these pets, but they're doing a lot of damage. If he can get all these pets on top of Saya, that's gonna be huge, especially if you can get all that Tyrant and all that pressure. Blind roll pets. Searing Glare, some of the pets are still able to hit Saya. Trying to go for a fear. It is gonna get dodged though. Again and again and again. He does get another Hodge, but Saya's kind of low on health. I don't know what else he could really do. Wake of Ashes, but it's going to be Doomfiend summoned up or Doom Lord. I think Saya's just done for. I don't know what you can do against a Warlock. Does go for the gateway. All the pets are still surrounding you. Just needs another Axe Toss or someone. Try to go for a kick. Doesn't get it. Oh, and Facile does take it. Does take it. Allowing Leo to preserve his 4-0 dominance in this arena. Well done, well done. Nobody can escape the blender. Exactly. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. And I mean nobody. Oh, man. Let's get another going.